Hey everybody, Jeremy from Survival Showcase. If you've been watching the channel for the past while, you know that I've done a number of Tanner boot videos. I've had the opportunity to be able to get these boots, and I love wearing them, and they're a great stand-up boot. When I go out testing them, I just don't test them some kind of, like just throw them on for a day and take them out. I actually wear these and I use them all over the place. So enjoy the review, and with that, let's get started.
G'day everybody, it's Jeremy from Survival Showcase. Today I'm doing my review on the brand new Danner Acadia's 8-inch Gore-tex with 200 grams of thin slit insulation. Okay, so first off, I received these boots back in the end of April. I've had some time to put them on my feet and get them out and try them out. Overall, so far, very impressed with them. They've been very comfortable. They're not too loose or anything like that. They're a great boot. And you can see from some of the early pictures that I've taken that now we've actually got some forming going on around through here, the heel and the toe, and along the sides there, where it's actually starting to conform to my foot. And that's what these leather boots will do after a while. If you've noticed, you've seen me do the reviews on this boot here. That's the Mountain Light, and it's totally formed my foot compared to what it would look like if it was brand new. It's a little different. These two boots are actually built on the same last, and that's the 650 last. That being said, they actually fit and feel quite a bit different. These ones here, they have a very short toe box. There's more toe box on these ones. And you can see that the lacing styles in the front of these, where these have the eyelets that go all the way up like that, this one here has the welted right onto the side of the boot. And then it's got the little hooks at the top, where this is all eyelets all the way up. That being said, those are a hiking boot, strictly a hiking boot for the Danner Mountain Lights. For these guys, and these guys here are hiking / military law enforcement type of deal of boot going on there. They're similar in ways to this guy here, which I've done review on before. This is the Danner Rat boot. It's a size bigger, it's built on a different last, and it features the speed lace system here at the top, so it's got these eyelets here, whereas this one here does not have a speed lace system. These actually do, I've timed them before. These actually do take a little longer to do up, whereas you can pull these tight at the bottom and then just pull the two top strings and they just wrap right around your leg. It's quite neat. Speed lace system. These have been around longer than the Rat boot. These are a Danner classic boot. They've had them in their lineup for quite some time. So let's jump right into what's going on with these boots. So from my other boots, they are leather. My Mountain Lights are all leather, whereas these are leather and 1000 denier nylon ripstop here and here on the insides too on both boots. And that makes the boots a little bit lighter than just going all leather. Another neat feature about these boots is this is the first pair of boots that I purchased with the thin slit. I thought that they might be a little bit too warm with the thin slit, 200 grams, but actually, it's pretty nice. They're very, very comfortable. I think from now on, if I was buying another set of Danner boots, I would make sure that it had at least 200 grams of thin slit. I've been wearing these around in the summertime, and they're not too hot. They're actually really, really, really comfortable. One thing that I will say with wearing these boots, I tend to wear sport socks, and they may be a little bit too light for this type of boot. Danner does offer, they have like a crew striker sock, a little bit thicker. One sock that I've found that works really well with boots like this is the Under Armour boot sock, and it just like the fit with the boot and my foot, it just like it is amazing. It's very comfortable with those on. Let's have a look at some other specifications. We have like the Mountain Light, the sole on the bottom of these guys, and the sole on the bottom of these guys is the same one. It's the Cletterlift sole. The Mountain Lights have been wearing out, and these ones here, you can see there's a substantial difference on the wear pattern, where these are brand new and these ones here have been wearing a little bit. So you can see the difference there. Very good sole, very comfortable. You can see right here too, they're spongy. There's a sponginess here to it. I don't know if it's hard to tell maybe on the camera, but I'll try and show you you can press your thumb right in there. And that makes these boots very comfortable to wear. Like your heel, and it absorbs all the shock and everything for your foot. So very comfortable that way. These do feature the stitched down welt through here. So you got, that gives you a little bit of extra stability. What that stitched down welt allows you to do, it brings the sole of the boot out a little further than what you would normally have. So if you gain, I'm not sure what it is, but let's say if it was 1/4 of an inch on this side and it was 1/4 of an inch on that side, you now have a 1/2 inch more real estate for your foot on the ground. So that equals more traction, more stability, and that's a really big factor with the Danner system, the way they do that. All of their boots that I've purchased have had that. Now they do make other boots without it. The Mountain Light, same deal going on around through there. It's got the wider stitch down. Same with the Rat boot. Again, stitch down construction, right? So I'm pretty fond of that. Definitely made in the USA. Gore-Tex boot. The weight on these on Danner's website, the specifications say that the weight for these boots is 66 ounces per pair. So really, like, that's not a lot of weight. Comparing them to my Mountain Lights, like, I can't think that the Mountain Lights are too much lighter than these. So, like, weight-wise, that's a pretty light boot for what it is. Like, it's an 8-inch tall boot, so the weight ratio of 66 ounces a pair is actually not that bad. We have 200 grams of thin slit in this one. They feature the orthotic in the footbed, so same as the Mountain Lights, you get these with it, and I use these in all my Danner boots that come with it. The Rat boots didn't come with this, but this orthotic, I love it in there. It's not uncomfortable with it in there, so I leave it in. One thing I really do like about these boots is the contrast. Like with the thin slit ones, they have, I'm not sure if that's just because it has thin slit in it or if that's actually the design on the inside, but they look like luxurious and high end with that dark purple and the black. Like those colors seem to go together really well. Like I don't know if that's really important to people, but yeah, I think that's pretty cool how they've done that and put that together. Like aesthetically, very nice. Very, very nice. I touched on the last type, that's a 650 last. Yes, they're waterproof because they're Gore-Tex and it's breathable Gore-Tex. So what happens with the Gore-Tex in these here is it allows your foot to evaporate water out. The way that the Gore-Tex is designed, it'll let water out, but it won't let any moisture in. Yeah, we touched on the Vibram Kettle Lift, the outsole. Again, these are I've had no problems with slippage or anything like that with these. So very, very good sole so far, and any of the stuff that I've done with them, they've worked very well. And they are made in the USA. Now with this type of boot here, I'll touch on the toes too. You can get different ones. You can get ones that, these ones here have no toe protection in them. I didn't feel that was really necessary for what I'm using for my applications. But you can get steel toe and you can get a plastic toe. So you can get reinforced toes in there if you're in law enforcement, something like that might be good to have. You never know, somebody drive over your foot or something. It's good to have some protection there. This boot is available in men's and women's sizing. So for the women out there, they can get this boot as well. It fits, it's a fit true to size. So if you're, say you measure your foot on the Brannock device and you measure in at like a size 9, but you take like a size 10 or 9.5 running shoe. If you measure 9 on the Brannock device, then you're a 9 in the Danner boot. So you don't want to oversize them at all. You want to stay true to size. That's important, like if you're going to be ordering these in. And yes, these boots are 100% recraftable, so you can send these in. If you wear out the sole on them, it is not free, there is a charge for it, but instead of buying a whole new pair of boots and having to rework them back in, if your leather's in good shape, they can actually put a new sole on this boot and you can keep on going on. So that's a pretty important feature too. It's nice once you have a set of boots that are broken in, you don't really want to get rid of them. You might be tempted to use them even though they're not that safe. Well, you can make them safe again and you can have the same exact boot with just a new sole on it. And that to me is pretty important. So a quick study of the boot. Inside the boot, you're going to find the information tag. And this one here indicates that this is an Acadia 8-inch black with 200 grams of thin slit. It has the product ID number of 69210, and it's a men's double E wide. Some other information in there, so 200 grams GTX, that's a Gore-Tex booty lining that it has in it as well. You can also see that it has the orthotic that's sitting down the bottom. So this style of Danner Acadia features 200 grams of thin slit insulation inside. These also have a white Gore-Tex boot that's inside the liner as well. Danner Acadia also features a stitch down design. Danner Acadias have a clutter lift style Vibram outsole. Danner Acadias feature a 1000 denier ripstop nylon upper boot,
as well as a full grain leather all around the bottom for the toe and the heel supports. It's been my full review of the Danner Acadia. If you liked the video, click like and hit subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot, guys.